like, what kind of dads did you guys think you were going to be compared to the dads that you are now in real life?
Good question.
Thank you.
You can go first.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what I thought I was going to be. I was like, shit, I didn't even think I'd live to 27.
I thought I would be a really great dad and just use my instincts for each situation.
Yeah.
When I saw my friends with kids, I'd be like, just say yes. Like, why are you saying no to everything, you fucking loser?
Such a buzzkill.
Yeah, just like if the kid wants a cookie, give him the cookie. Or like if he wants to stay up, let him stay up. And
I'm a cool dad.
Yeah, I learned that's not effective. So I'm not that kind of dad. But I'm also more of like an older brother type of dad. Like I like to fuck Sonny up, like really, like not beat the shit out of him, but you know, like
Rough
fine.
house.
Don't call me.
We called it rough housing.
Rough housing.
Yeah. So and I had an older brother, and that's how he treated me, and so there's a lot of that going on.
Does he like it, or is he like, why are
He
you
loves it.
beating
Yeah, he
me?
loves it.
Okay.
I mean, when he says no, no means no, and then I stop.
Yeah, my body, my choice.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a cool dad, and we're not going to do any screens. We're not going to do any of the shit. We're going to do gentle parenting and break the trauma cycles and all that bullshit. And then you get into it, and you're like, I'm so fucking frustrated. Get to your fucking room, brush your goddamn
there's
teeth.
about to
I'm
be
so
some
fucking
trauma.
tired. I'm a gentle parent right now, but I'm about to not be.
Yeah, then you start saying shit like no ifs, ands, or buts. And you're like, where the fuck did my childhood go?
totally.
I'm just waiting for my wife to do the I brought you into this world and I can take you out. I
Yeah,
think that'll
yeah.
happen when they become teenagers,
Yeah,
but
I
like
love
right
that.
now, I'm waiting for it.
I don't have kids. We have 2 cats, which are almost the same thing.
Same exact thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you get
What-
it. You
It's
can
like,
totally
you know,
speak
you
on the
have
subject.
fur
Totally.
babies, right? You get it, fur
And
babies.
then I have a dog in another state. We'll talk about that later. But the
Jeez, the onion just keeps unraveling.
Let's talk about that now.
I always thought I would be like not a hard ass, but like Simon Cowell was always my favorite when he was like, "Did you paid for singing lessons?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And he's like, "You need to get your
money
fucking
back?"
money back,
Right.
Because you suck,
Yeah.
and you need to do something else."
the way to
Some
do
of that.
it.
I would do it one time. A kid would fucking start crying, and I'd be like, "Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
I don't
I'm
want
sorry.
this
I'm
to
sorry."
end. Sonny's playing a lot of sports, but he doesn't love it
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
It's not super fun for him because he's bad. And like, I want him to learn the lesson that like, in order to learn anything new, you have to suffer through this period of being
right.
bad at it.
Right.
And that really is the like how you get good at things.
Yeah.
But I also want to wait for him until he's really into
You
sports.
kind of have to enjoy it.
Yeah. I wasn't really into sports until like 3rd grade. So
It's got to be parts
Yeah.
of it that you enjoy, so
like
that you
baseball,
get
he,
through
he
those
was
bad
too
parts.
weak to like even like hold the bat up. Like, let's just wait a little bit. Like he
right.
doesn't need
He
to
needs some
learn at
milk.
4. Yeah, he needs some milk. Is how he said.
Maybe
These kids some whole
Temecula
milk.
for some beef jerky and honey.
Right.
Yeah,
Beef jerky
or the
and honey
honeys
down there.
are jerking off the bees or whatever you thought was
That's
going on.
what you were saying.
It's $1 million venture right there.
Interesting.
You can film that. I got OnlyFans right now for the bees.
You have an OnlyFans?
No, for the bees jerking off the.
We're
the honey,
riffing,
bro.
dog.
We're just riffing. man.
Improv.
Somebody.
Do I have an OnlyFans? No, I'm more of a feet finder kind of.
I was gonna ask about Feet Finder.
I don't know, man.
Why?
It feels like a.
Do you have nice feet? I don't know if
No,
I've seen your
no, I don't.
I'm sure there's
But
a
maybe
niche
there's
for
a-
your
yeah.
feet.
Probably an
you
ugly
know?
feet one. You
But
could
maybe
do
for
some
Whitney,
money.
like we could make some real money on Feet Finder.
Bro.
Probably.
Like, obviously, there's people making real money on the internet, but then you hear, like, oh, I'm paying my bills on Feet Finder. And you're like, what? You're just feet and that? Yeah, that's it. Don't gotta do any weird, like, any sexy stuff.
Right.
Somebody is, but you're
They-
not.
they
you know.
can, yeah.
But yeah, good money there. I would do it. Why
And
not?
farting in jars and stuff.
That's a thing?
I
Yeah.
think that was
Yeah.
just that one girl.
The one time
Yeah,
she
yeah.
had like the
she had
special
a
sauce.
good
Bella
idea,
something.
and then first to market, you can't catch up to
All
it.
right. Well, I'm not gonna get my own parking spot unless I keep thinking of ideas like this.
We watched a thing on the interwebs about how to make a better YouTube channel, and this lady was like, "Listen,
It's
everyone."
like be funny.
Yeah, everyone gets together and it's like, oh, come up with your best ideas. And she's like, we get together and come up with we bring our worst ideas to the table. Everyone's got the good ideas, right? And they're all doing the same shit.
Right.
Like nobody's bringing their worst ideas to the table, so it adds like a whole new element of like originality.
Yeah.
And then we can just make those ideas better.
Yeah, the
right?
weird ideas are the ones that
Yeah.
wind up like really picking up.
I don't remember her name, but that wasn't Coco Moco. That was the other girl that we watched the interview.
Sometimes the most viral, life-changing ideas are often the worst ones at first. Whenever I go into meetings with clients, I always say, bad ideas only. For those of you new here, hi, I'm Kokomoko. I'm Kokomoko. I'm Kokomoko. I'm Kokomoko.
Anyways, so the dog.
We got to get to the bottom of that.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
We went to Oklahoma. Natalie's dad lives in Norman, Oklahoma. Stan Abel, shout out, big time pro college wrestling coach.
I know you're not
over at,
watching.
Oklahoma. Yeah, exactly. Austin, he'll be watching. Shout out to Austin. We're getting your hoodie ready. So we went out there. We spent Christmas, and then I had a little something to do, which we'll talk about later.
Get a
like
dog.
in a later episode. To talk to your dad. You guys can fucking figure it out. Anyways.
I got it.
Okay, wait, stop.
What?
From the clues you've given, there's no fucking way to figure out anything.
Why would a dude have to go talk to his girlfriend's dad?
All right.
For a dog?
So we get there, and Natalie goes out first, and she's like, oh, there's this dog. So, like, he lives in Norman. It's kind of, they live on this little lake. It's amazing. And then one of the houses next door, they have a horse across the little street there. And somebody just dropped off this dog. Apparently, that's what you do when you are out in the sticks. You're like, oh, this dog can't deal. We're going to take him. We're going to leave him somewhere. Natalie's like, there's a fucking dog across the street. Like, Pound came out, and they're going to take it. And then Carol was like, no, it's mine. We're going to keep it. And they're like, all right, cool, but you got to fucking take care of the dog. The dog has become best friends with the horse. Like, it's like a fucking Disney movie.
Yeah.
Right? And she's
That's
telling
special.
me, she's like, you're
Like,
going to
babe.
fall in love with this dog. I'm like, all right, I'm a cat guy, but we'll see.
Red flag.
I drive out there, and this dog is a livestock guard dog. A specific dog.
Yeah.
It's not a herding dog. It's the guard fucking dog.
So it's big.
Pretty big. Still puppy face, but like, oh, you're going to be a fucking
monster.
monster. They have a bark that's like, oh,
Yeah.
no, we're good, we're good. Like, don't even need to fuck with that. And then they will fight to the death, right?
good.
Spent like 3 or 4 days reading up on this dog because I was obsessed.
So typical Mike.
That's what Mike
shit
does.
right there.
Right? I'm gonna
It's like,
research
just pet
everything
the
about
fucking
this
dog.
It wasn't a regular
Just pet the dog. You
It
gotta
was-
like read a book about.
Because you couldn't. Like
Like
you would
had
get.
other things to do.
What did I have to do?
I don't know.
Sit by the lake, take some pictures, like do nothing. That was the point. Just sit
okay.
outside and chill.
No, they
and
went
then
for the dog.
Okay.
do
Right.
this thing that
And to,
Jeremy
like,
can't figure out.
research.
So like it took a day or two, but then like we're good. Like I would try to go see the horse, and the dog was like no, and I'm like, oh, that's
Right.
your herd. Like this is crazy.
You're
It's so
protecting
awesome.
it.
Yeah,
it's like you're
it's so
doing
awesome.
your dog.
what it said in my research.
You're showing me my research.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
This is I did it, and I'm like,
You're a
ooh,
fucking
this is like,
scientist, Mike.
totally-
You're a
yeah,
dog
basically, who's the guy that created evolution?
Darwin.
Created
That-
evolution?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it that way. Wouldn't put it that way. I knew where you were
Anyways.
going, but
Yeah.
Right.
we're gonna give you a break so we can get to the end of this story.
Yeah.
Because
So
I know it
anyways-
ends with you petting this dog's fucking belly.
I was the first one. The dog was like,
You've done your research.
You read my book.
You
read my
read the
book.
Wikipedia page
did.
about my
You
breed,
did.
and I respect that.
And I
Right.
went to the Westminster
Nope,
page
also
too,
nope,
not
that-
just
that's
Wiki.
American
and
Kennel
it let
Club.
me go
Right.
touch.
Walks over, he grabs his legs, lifts his tail,
Yeah.
looks in there, just
Did.
feels for
I
the.
did. Well, that's what
fucking
it is.
thing. Yep, you're good.
She did it to me too.
Uh-huh, you
so I
got-
was like,
hence the belly
this
rubs.
doesn't make sense that it's just
You're a
me.
dog person, man.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. The dog whisperer. And then one day she came, boop, and then looked at me and was like,
What was boot?
like just kind of booped right by my legs,
Uh-huh.
right? And then kind of looked up at me and she's like, I think we're ready to take this to the next step. And I'm like, I'm ready if you're ready. And she fucking boosh.
At least
and
I'm-
I
you know
got
what?
Full belly
belly
rubs.
rub.
And I stopped and she was like, no. And I'm like, we're in
I'm
love.
really, really happy this story ended with consent.
Yeah.
Of course it did. It's 2024. I'm not that kind of guy. We fell in love.
And then you left her.
Listen, she did cry a little because she was like, why are you putting bags in the car? And
Right.
then I'm like, listen, we're going to be back in April. We got the Ring camera.
You're like, it's not goodbye.
We
Yeah.
watch the Ring camera all the time to get shots of Pupperdoodle. That's her nickname.
That only you use.
Right.
I imagine. No one else has actually ever said
As
those
you were
words.
driving
Natalie's
away.
a big fan of Pupperdoodle.
Well, you're a saint.
So-
And then as you're driving away, the slow music is playing and you're looking in your rear view.
It was
Yeah.
like you joke,
The dust
but
of the rocks
that's
kicking
what
out.
happened. Even the horse was like, nah.
Dr. Doolittle.
It was a real naturey type of deal.
You're more Doolittle than Darwin.
Yeah.
Dude, if I could talk to animals.
And that's the next step.
Do you send money out
Stay.
to it? Like dog support?
No.
No.
They can handle
Like
it.
that. I didn't marry his mom or anything. Another
Stan.
hint there for you, Jeremy.
Belly.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Ah, there you got it.
Below the belly
There we
rubs.
go. Jeremy
Below
finally
the belly
figured it
rubs.
No,
out.
actually, I don't think he has it
He
yet.
probably didn't.
I'll,
Jeff,
I'll get
what
there.
did you
I'm
do?
slow, but
My Christmas was not great.
Sorry. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
No, I'm okay.
is it because you're Jewish?
It's because I'm Jewish. They were like, you should not be celebrating. Normally
Shrek.
we go away with the family. We had all the family come to LA, and then we did Christmas Eve party, and then Christmas morning, and then Christmas dinner. Like, hosted it all.
Yeah.
Everything went fine, and then we went to Tahoe, and it was just not great. No snows, kind of a shitty hotel.
Global warming.
Shout out to Sheraton Tahoe.
Well,
I'm just kidding. I have no fucking clue where they stay.
what is it called? No, I want this to go on the record.
Came to your hotel and it was
fucking
fucking
sucked, okay? Your hotel
All right.
sucks. Edgewood, fuck you, dog.
Yeah, get your
right.
shit together. The robe wasn't soft enough, and the
It's-
slippers had some shit on them.
Hostess at the bistro is watching, which she's not. Fuck you.
Fucking hotels and this multi-use fucking shit that they put in the shower. Just give me my little bottles again. There's like now like they put shampoo, body wash, conditioner. It's all in this thing, and their bottles are pumping. And I don't like.
They used to give.
They used to give you the little individual ones, and I could
Yeah.
like
It's a thing
swoop a
stuck
couple,
on the
put them in
wall.
my toiletries, take them home, and have that shit for guests. But now it's like,
And the body wash
These
one has always
bottles-
been ripped off because it's one that
Yeah,
everyone
and
knew.
I'm
Now
just
it's
like,
sitting in the
fucking-
corner. Like we could go down a whole fucking hole about hotel design and whatnot.
go
But
down
like,
that hole.
okay,
well,
and then
what
you
it-
went
yeah,
to
but
Tahoe.
You went to Tahoe. It sucked. People are mean, and service industry's dead.
Yeah, it wasn't great, and then there was no snow, and we're not skiers. We're just learning, and it was like icy and not very fun. And Sunny didn't enjoy the skiing, and Winnie didn't enjoy it.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Being a family of not skiers.
Yeah.
Well, what was the point of going to skiing?
Well, we're trying to get into it because
Got
the
it.
rest of my family likes to ski, and they sold it to us. They're like, you're outdoors all day, and the kids are kind of away, and you're
cold
doing
at
your
all.
thing, and it's really fun. And then you're tired, and you could eat because you were like working out all day essentially.
Yeah.
So that all sounded great.
It's fun, but like, there's other ways to do the exact same thing of like,
Yeah, like don't have kids and then spend all your money on vacations with your loved one.
right, and then sit
Loved
in a
one,
chair and
not
research
loved
for
ones.
3 hours about a dog, and then go dances with wolves.
Yeah, so listen, we're gonna get to your little thing, and then you guys
My little
vote
thing.
and tell us who had the best fucking Christmas.
Oh, mine did not.
This guy. Exactly, not. And I spent time with a dog and a fucking horse, or the
Well, actually, no, I was like,
in
I'm
a
gonna-
literal Disney movie?
Yeah, true.
Shit, man.
Ours was like a lot of
equally-
wrangling and like where do 9 people eat every meal, and my
Well-
mother, like, you win.
Yeah. So listen,
She's not watching either.
selfishly, I had a wonderful vacation. Natalie, that was Natalie's vacation. Was wrangling with like
You're a
30
saint.
people that
Yeah.
had never, no one's ever there all together. Like it was fucking amazing
Yeah.
that thing, and everybody was so happy. Her dad was like, "What the shit is this? Have I died and gone to heaven?" We're like, "Not yet." Probably not on
Oklahoma.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did for my family. Yeah, we had like a 50-person party,
So nutty.
and
So,
I did all the cooking.
I don't even like 50 people.
I'm not even sure I know
Ah.
50 people.
Well, I'm pretty popular, so it
That
sucks
is-
for you guys. But it was a lot of kids. It was a tradition in my house to do it, and my mom would do it. So I was trying to like recreate. You think she
Yeah.
would have appreciated it?
Magic.
Didn't, huh? You didn't do this as good as I used to.
I made so much food.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to do all the Christmas dinner, which is a beef Wellington, and my mother did it all. And then at the end of the vacation, I was like, Mom, like, what food did you like the best? She was like, the beef Wellington. And I was like, the thing that you cooked.
You didn't like my green bean casserole?
Well, the lesson is just don't try.
Right, because nobody appreciates
Don't make,
it.
Yeah,
don't
no.
try and make things
'Cause your
fun
mom's-
for
Yeah.
others.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Make it fun for yourself.
What was your horrible Christmas?
It wasn't horrible, it just wasn't anything to write home about.
Did Santa bring you guys any cool presents?
This is a Christmas shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good. Is it for your new body? Your new post-sickness skinny body?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Lose weight fast, get the flu.
That's what I hear.
Getting sick as not a smoker is different. Sick
You
as
can
a
actually
non-smoker.
cough.
Well, that, and then like, you're only sick for like a week. I used to be like full-blown sick for 2 weeks and then have a cough for like 3 weeks. And people are like, are you dying? I'm like, no, I'm just smoking cigarettes.
I am dying.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Not
that's
from
good.
this,
Good point.
but from other shit.
No, my break, I had in-laws come over, I hosted. It was fun. My kids saw Santa like 6 times, and 6 out of 6 times they freaked out every time.
They didn't
That's
one
great.
time
They
be
like didn't even want to go
How the
and
fuck
see.
is this dude everywhere? They didn't
Magic.
think about it.
No, magic, yeah.
What did I get?
What did you buy?
I know what I got for other people, but I don't know what other people got me.
I got a pair of pants
Okay.
and a backpack.
Yeah, I got a piece of luggage, Patagonia bag.
They make bags?
Patagucci.
Yeah, all my luggage is Patagonia. Hashtag free ad.
I really like their puffy jackets.
Okay.
And
Wait,
their
are you
sun
talking
hoodies.
about like a duffel or like a suitcase?
Both, dog. I got them both.
Wait,
Yeah.
I got
Patagonia
a
has
duffel.
suitcase?
Did you get the
And I have
luggage
a
after
suitcase.
you had gotten back from vacation? Okay.
Nope, got it
All right.
before.
That's
Did
that's
not-
the way to
did
do
not
it
pack
because that
it,
would
though.
have that
Did
would
not
have
bring it.
You went on a ski vacation and didn't bring your Patagucci?
Right? That's the whole
Wasn't big
thing.
enough. Wasn't big enough.
Honey, do you know where my old duffel bag and suitcase is? It's in storage.
motherfucker.
I'll be back in a few hours.
Look at the
It
Christmas
wasn't
tree.
appropriate for the trip,
I
gentlemen.
don't understand.
A bag is a bag. What do you mean appropriate for the trip?
It wasn't big enough.
Got it.
Oh,
But I did get a full ski outfit.
go on.
Like a onesie?
Yeah.
This is
Like,
gonna be so great. Are you
I'll
being serious?
send you a picture and then you can pop it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to see
Did
this.
you do a picture
So
already?
my dad has this ski outfit this jacket that I really want. It's like from the early '80s. It's white with like neon. It's fucking classic.
Hell yeah.
And I need to get it. Not that I'm going in the snow anytime soon. I just want that jacket.
Yeah, because it probably would keep you warm. Not at all.
Not at all.
You're
It's-
anti-skiing. took a picture of myself.
My
Yeah, 100%. You
That's
there's a couple
so
movies.
awesome.
I
So
got a lot of
like
compliments.
Ski Patrol,
Dude,
right?
that's legit.
Great movie.
100%. You'll be seen on the
Wait,
hill.
did you buy that or someone gifted
No, my
that?
sister got this for me.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Sonny got a Nintendo Switch. Is excited for it.
I'm thinking about getting a new Nintendo.
It's worth it.
I want the little cubey one.
That's an Xbox, not a Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get one,
I mean, probably not.
Probably spend the money on a camera assistant.
but you need to fill your bucket.
But I also. I
Right, you
need to
can't
what?
pour from an empty cup.
You can't be there for Natalie unless your bucket is full.
My video game bucket.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go get it.
No, Natalie's in charge this year.
That's why we have this
This
camera.
is a
that
valid
way.
point.
That could have been an Xbox.
There's a drone. We have a drone now.
Ooh, that could have been a couple of Xboxes.
Yeah.
Listen,
and we
well, this was not on the rundown of things to talk about
Okay,
today.
just hang in there. You're doing great. You love him.
Thank you.
He already asked my dad.
Yeah, there you go.
It's too late now.
Shit's in motion. He rubbed that dog belly.
Yeah.
Now twice. Now you're his.
So that's an interesting thing. So how did you propose to Whitney?
That's a
I
good
guess he did
story.
figure it out.
Whitney.
Motherfucker, I knew.
Whitney and I had we were going to Australia,
Yeah.
and I was gonna propose there. We were gonna get a boat, and like we were gonna go by a waterfall, and like this
Yeah.
whole big plan. And I started to have second thoughts on the. It seemed too much
On the plan, not the
not on
action.
the proposal, just on the
Right,
plan, because
right.
it just wasn't me. It was too overstated.
Right.
And so I was on the phone with Spike. You know Spike?
Yeah, I know Spike.
Yeah. He was like, "All right, well, good luck with whatever you decide to do with Whitney in Australia." And she heard that part of the phone call, and she was like, "What are you gonna do with me in Australia?" And I
We're
was
going
like,
scuba diving.
I was like, "I'm gonna murder you. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?" And she like wouldn't let it go. She thought I was gonna break up with her, and like wouldn't let it go. And I was like, "Do you want to know what I was gonna do?" And then I got down on one knee and proposed, but I didn't have a ring or anything. It was basically a spite proposal. I was like,
Right, yeah.
"You ruined it."
So funny.
This
You
is
wanna
on
know?
you.
Yeah.
Here's what you get.
You would have had a story, but now you have
Yeah, now you have this kind of
yeah.
story. I blame her.
Yeah, I'm sure I get
Yeah.
it. You had a whole thing.
Yeah.
Could have been a magical moment for you.
Yeah,
is
but
so
she's lovely, and I love her. We went to Australia, and I got the ring. And I
In
proposed-
Australia?
Yeah, and I proposed again.
Did you have it like picked out, or did you have to go to like Zales in Australia?
We had
I think it's
this.
pronounced Ziles.
We had this diamond dealer who was super shady.
Yeah, that's
He met me in a cafe and like unraveled that blue paper with like
His
loose.
name Neil?
His name is Neil Lane.
Like-
Yeah, he took off his shoe and there was a rock in between his toes that he had to give to you
It was like in his
out of the
like
mines.
filling. But he was like, "Here, take all these." I was like, "I don't feel comfortable like doing this." And then we like went to the hotel, and it's kind of a convoluted story. But like the guy didn't know that I had already proposed. Not that it mattered, but I think we were getting a deal with like some press that like if we had proposed in Australia that we
Right.
would got and used his name, we'd get some money off. So he couldn't know. And I didn't feel comfortable with the diamonds in the cafe. So we went to the hotel. And
It's a fucking movie.
he was like, "What does
This is
Whitney think you're
plot-
doing right
plot
now?" And
about-
she was like, "I was like, she doesn't know what I'm doing. We can't be seen together or ruin the surprise," even though she knew.
This is Ocean's 11.
So the door opens to our floor, and Whitney is coming on.
Just
and,
hair and makeup done, ready to roll. Like,
Camera crew.
just
following.
fucking.
And then like I pushed Ron out at a different floor, and then went back up to the room. She was able to choose which diamond she wanted.
That's cool.
And then we got the ring and proposed, and everything was fine. Quick addendum to this story: a couple years ago, we were at my sister's house, and Whitney like hit the wall with her ring, and the diamond came out.
Yeah.
and we never found it.
Are you serious?
And so
Hey,
we
can I
got
come over?
Yeah, right.
come over and check.
Your sister found
Honestly,
it.
I'm real good at like finding very small Lego pieces in my
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
So like,
Yeah, in your feet.
Yeah.
So we got the insurance money and we got a new ring, and he like flew to LA to give us this new ring after like a lot of back and forth of not having it and a lot of bullshit. He literally showed up like with one of those neck things and like bruised. I was
oh, not like a chain of diamonds, but
Yeah.
like a neck brace.
like, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like he was in an accidental car crash.
Yes, he like
Right.
got
This
beat up
diamond
by
took a
the
little
mafia.
bit.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Maybe he shouldn't be walking around with diamonds and napkins.
No, I am happy that I don't
Right.
ever have to see him again.
He opens like a shaving cream container.
That's super
He was like,
funny.
I fell.
That's what you want?
I fell.
Right.
Two funny things. Chicks are funny. Natalie and I have been together
That's
for
one.
a long
Yeah.
time, 14 years. So it's like we've been talking about getting married for a while. We were sitting here a couple months ago, and like overlanding is my
Yeah,
new
your
obsession.
the new hobby.
Yeah, so I was like watching videos on YouTube, and the dude's like, top 10 things you get for overlanding. Number 1, costs $62,000, and it's a tire inflator. And then the next one is and she's just like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, just calm down. It's not happening.
But what is overlanding?
So overlanding.
It's camping in your car.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's like they had the rooftop
Oh
tents.
yeah, that's cool.
and the
I'm into
whole-
that.
yeah.
I mean, not actually.
Yeah,
no,
we're
no,
going.
not actually.
Edit that part
Actually,
out.
I am
Stop.
into it. I
Yeah,
am
we're going.
actually into it.
Jeremy's in too. So, anyways, but it's all
Okay.
really expensive, and I was
Can we
like,
not
oh, I'm
bring our
going to
kid?
trick out my fucking car and do the whole deal. And so, I
Which
had
car?
already my new car. I got the Jeep. Grand
Okay, big
Cherokee.
enough to do
Yeah.
it. Got it.
I had already decided, like, I'm not buying, like, the next big purchase for me is a ring. Like, I always thought I was going to sell a TV show and make $1 million.
Yeah.
And then you blink and you find out you're a loser, and you're like, well, I should probably just start saving for a ring like a normal person.
Jesus. The negative
Yeah,
self-talk here.
you're not a loser.
Yeah,
You
you're just
think-
not a loser.
Yeah, you think we hang out with losers? That would make us losers, and we're not losers for sure.
You guys were telling me how old I was earlier.
That doesn't make you a loser. It makes
Yeah.
you've beaten life.
That's
you've made it.
ageist.
You've made it through your 50s. You know.
I'm not even 50. Jesus.
You got 2 cats
Wait
and
till
a
I fall off my
dog.
bike. That is true. Dog in
Yeah.
another state.
That loves you.
So we're sitting here, and I had already made this in my head, and then this, and she's like,
Oh,
I swear-
overlanding.
Yeah, but it got to a point where I had to do the same thing. Like, do you want to fucking know what it like? And
Yeah.
she's like, what? Don't get mad at me because I'm telling you not
Wow.
to spend all our money. And I was like, that neck. And so I had to tell her what I was planning.
You're like, I can get this tent for my
Yeah.
car because I already got you this
exactly.
ring.
I'm like, as
Exhale.
soon as I get this ring, it's on. I'm buying everything I want.
Yeah.
So that's funny. And then the other funny thing is just
You
that
guys
it's
both had like
similar.
spite proposals.
Totally, exactly.
Well, we have a lot
that's
in
the other funny
common.
thing
Yeah.
too is like I haven't proposed yet. So everybody's like, "Oh my god!" da, da, da. I'm like, "No, it just it hasn't
talked about
happened.
it enough.
just- I
Hey,
know.
congratulations.
Yeah,
eventually.
congrats.
Yeah,
Congrats.
totally.
My girlfriends, we were going out to dinner the other night. I'm always late, so they're always like here drinking while I'm still like fucking trying to figure out what to wear. And they come in like, oh my god, congratulations. Will you even tell me? And I'm like, tell you what?
You're like, it hasn't happened yet.
And I'm like,
And I
why
only
was
told
telling
Jen.
people that
I
we're
didn't. I only
engaged?
told Jen, and it's not even. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to ask her dad." Like that's what I. And now everybody's like, "Oh."
It doesn't have to be a big fucking surprise. You're like, you
Right.
guys have been dating for 14 years. Like,
Yeah.
you're really
And like
late.
now,
At
I
least
think in
20.
our case, whatever I end up, how it happens will be the like fun
the special
surprise.
part. So what are you thinking about doing?
Can we have the room for a moment?
So,
Mastros or Mastros?
I think Boa.
You're like, stick it in a steak.
have you guys have you guys seen Animal House?
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put it in your mouth and
Yeah. The other thing,
You really
the
just want
other
everyone to
funny
know how old
story
you are. Huh?
that I was gonna say is I think after that happened, we were working on X Factor at the time, and you were probably making your calls, and I was. You called me, and you're like, oh, da da da.
About the
It was.
proposal.
We used to have weekly production meetings at X Factor with 40 people, like literally the entire staff. And I was in that meeting, and you called to tell me that you asked, and she said yes.
shit. Oh, and then you
I
told
was like,
everyone?
oh my god, I didn't, but I was like, dude, that's so fucking amazing. I can't believe it. And everybody's like, what? They knew, obviously knew it was you.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
No, that's
and you're
cool.
like, but
Yeah.
don't tell anybody because I wanted to. And I was like,
Too late.
yeah,
no,
bro,
that's
that's
fine.
Simon Cowell.
happening.
That's
Everyone
like
on X Factor
when
knows.
Sonny was born. Whitney's mom was in the room with us, and we didn't know what the gender was. Like
Right.
we did the surprise, and the whole reason you don't find out the gender so you can walk into the room and be like, it's a boy. So we're walking down the hall, and Winnie's mom was like, can I tell him? And I was like, fuck no.
Like this is not. You did not have this child.
I opened the door and pushed her out. I was like, it's a boy.
That's fucking
It was
funny,
like the
dude.
nerve on this one. She's not watching either.
She might.
Eventually.
Yeah.
She might.
I mean, when we get big,
She'll be like, oh,
everyone
We're gonna
watched.
get big.
I'll see you went. Oh,
Wait, how did you propose?
mine was actually a surprise.
Good work.
I made
Crazy,
a plan
Yeah, and
and I
stuck to it.
stuck to it.
Yeah.
And she had no idea, and neither did anybody else, which means we have like
True love.
very shitty pictures of the actual proposal.
Oh. We don't have many pictures.
Really? You
Yeah.
guys are like press people. Like,
I know. That's the whole Australia
Right,
part
right.
of it. We did.
It's like in People Australia.
yeah, so we went on a Alaskan cruise for her birthday, and we've been together a real long time. And I was like, ooh, I want to do this on the cruise, obviously, because it's like the perfect time to do it. Booked this helicopter ride to a glacier.
It's very similar to what.
Yeah, but we did cold, you did warm.
But you did it, yeah.
Well, but like, I don't have beach body. If they want to sponsor me, but I don't have beach body, so we did the cold where we can be bundled up.
Right.
And we
of
went to
all,
the glacier and all this
You
type of
do
stuff.
have a
and
beach body. Don't
thank you.
talk
Just
that way
not
about
this
yourself.
beach. I'm not a loser. I'm just fat. So went to this glacier, did the whole thing. It was beautiful. It was awesome. I forgot that I took my jacket off with the ring in it, left it in the helicopter.
Oh.
Because we were like, everyone's like getting back. We're taking pictures in front of the helicopter, and you drink the glacier water that you're not really supposed to do. All this type of shit. And I'm
polar
like,
bear
hey,
pee.
wait here a second. I gotta get like a new camera out of my bag, and then like I go into my jacket, and like you have that split second of
You
like,
think it's gone?
no, not think it's gone. It's like there's like, it sounds really bad. There's like no turning back, right?
Like,
and
should I
I'm
do
sure like
this?
I want to marry her. I love her so much. But like this is the moment that you walk into the bank and say everybody get down.
Right,
There's no
right.
going back from that, right? Like you can't be like just kidding, I'm gonna get out of here. Like not saying that it's I'm going to prison being married to you, but like that's that feeling. It's like oh shit.
Right.
And then I get it, and like this other couple that's there is like what is he doing? Oh my god. And then they have their fucking Nokia 2150s like taking pictures, so it's all foggy and like whatever. And,
Racist.
They don't know
Racist?
the race of the tourists.
what? No, it was just fucking.
Why not Samsung or Google phone like Nokia? That seems racist.
Just every like
Samsung
okay, that was
is-
just like the oldest phone I could
But
think
you don't
of.
know
They had
the
iPhone
tourist
2s.
race.
I can guess by how he said
I
Nokia.
think that's racist.
I didn't say it like I was like Giada saying Parmesan. It's fucking Parmigiano cheese. Like I didn't fucking say it like her. So we have like old photos, and like everyone, they were all surprised that it was happening. So they took pictures on their phones and they sent it to me, and it was like, I should have probably planned the photo aspect of it better.
Don't beat yourself up.
Oh, it's already passed.
That's right. What's in the past?
What's
is
in the past is in the past.
Yeah, she
It was
said
fun
yes.
though. But like
said
she was
yes,
surprised.
didn't
She
she?
had no idea. Like
She
after
cried?
we went to town, 100%. Like
good.
crying on a glacier, things are freezing. As it's
Yeah.
going. You feel like Elsa.
Yeah. She was Elsa before.
Yeah.
Elsa.
And then the most romantic thing was like when we went back to town after the glacier.
You had sex.
No. Would have been nice though.
Sex rules.
Yeah, like in the.
Damn,
Nice.
so cool.
So we went back,
So-
and like
so
as we're
cool.
calling and telling our family, there's only like one building that's like nice and warm, and it just happens to be the oldest brothel in Alaska.
Sex
So you had
You
sex
did
with
have
hookers
sex.
in the
Just not with
brothel.
Bren.
Paid for right.
somebody
Bought a
else.
room for a couple
Yeah.
minutes, and you pay for the hour, but then what are you supposed to do with the other like 48
think-
minutes,
Just
50
talk.
minutes?
Dude, so time out. Do you think anyone's ever gone to a brothel with their partner and been like, hey, can we get a room there? But like, we don't need the person. We
just the
need
room.
The room. But like,
No,
Yeah,
You don't
me
think
neither.
so?
No.
No, I think they're there for the sex with the strangers.
with the stranger
it
part.
would be funny though.
Yeah, it would be.
Funny,
But I don't
but
think
Why
anyone's
don't you
ever
just
thought-
get a hotel? Like, well, because this is funnier.
Why?
Right,
But like,
nobody's
okay.
ever done that. Get ready,
I know what we're
Natalie.
doing this weekend.
All your dreams are coming true.
But no, the thing is, like, I love some cereal. I have the cereal in my cupboard, but I'm gonna go to the store and get the cereal.
You guys ate cereal? You didn't have sex?
No, we had hot wings.
There's a simile.
We had hot wings.
Okay.
Simile?
I once convinced a person that hot wings come from baby buffaloes, like buffalo wings
Are the wings from Buffalo?
from a baby buffalo, but they fall off as the buffalo matures.
Who was
and
this
then
person?
I'm afraid. Yeah, no. Her name's. She is so sweet.
Shit.
Dolores.
Tune in, this-
Her
the
name's
Dolphins of
Dolores.
the Sea,
It was
right?
it was a different time. We'll go with that.
Right, but like that. Okay, so here's an interesting evolution of the conversation that has no road. Do you think it's become harder to lie to people because of the internet? Not like lie, but like
convince them of like facts that
like
now they
you-
can look up
right
at a moment's
like
notice.
like fun things. I'll tell my kids things. My wife will be like, nope.
Yeah.
I'll be like, fuck. She looks it up and tells me I'm wrong, and I'm like, you could have just let the
Good times roll.
right.
So
That's why we went to a brothel.
that's a good question, because like it seems like it would be harder, but then people are being lied to every day and eat it up like a fucking
Yeah.
soup kitchen. I don't know why I said soup kitchen, but like they eat it up. And so like people are dumb, and then trying to find the truth on the internet, good luck. That's a tough one.
I mean, like easy things though.
Do you guys do Santa?
This is a Jew thing.
You mean how do Jews do Christmas?
How do Jews-
No. What I was
We
going to say
include
is like, do you
Santa.
wait for your kids to come home and be
Chinese
like,
food.
"There's no fucking Santa Claus," and you're like, "Yeah."
Oh.
Or do you? Is there a point
So
where you're like, "Hey, buddy"?
I talked to my wife about this.
Your
We have
mom and
we
I
have a
are
plan,
Santa
right?
Claus.
I don't understand.
Because it's like it's the whole loss of innocence thing, and I don't want to like be like, you're an idiot. There's no Santa. That's not fair to him.
Probably should.
Either
how
of the
it should
kids.
be done.
No, so the plan is like, let them have Santa for now. Because there's nobody in their life, because they're still so young, that is going to be like, Santa's not real, until they meet like an older kid and then really hang out with older kids. You being a dick.
I'm gonna fucking just.
You're the oldest.
I already
kid.
told Sonny when we went to the golf tournament.
His
I'm like,
cousins
"Hey,
fucking told
Right.
him.
So like during Christmas, they get a ton of presents, like way too many fucking presents. And obviously it's like, this one's from Grammy and Grandpa, this one's from Nana, this one's from Grandma and Grandpa, like this one's from Mom and Dad. And then when they come downstairs, there's like two big things that are unwrapped that are like from Santa that weren't there.
Your
the
Santa
night before.
can't even wrap shit.
Dude, I think as they get older, we're going to start transitioning into like, okay, like some people believe in Santa and it's fun to believe in Santa. Do you want to continue believing in Santa? And like,
Even
if you
though
are,
he's fake.
right, well, it's a fun fantasy, right? Like, is Poppy and all the fucking trolls real? No, but I listen to their goddamn songs 30 times a day.
That's a
Yeah,
cartoon.
they should be ready for that.
I don't know.
They don't know it's a cartoon.
I mean, but they feel like it's still real. Don't take that from my kid.
Question, like, do kids think that cartoons are completely fake, or there's a part
watched
of Earth where cartoon people?
Yeah, Australia,
Exist.
Bluey.
Dang.
We've never been to Australia. They don't know that Bluey's not real.
That's
No,
my
stop
my
it.
dad.
I watched
I'm
this-
trying to be like the Bluey dad.
I watched
Yeah,
the Smurfs
well-
and fucking Inspector Gadget and knew these are not real things.
Okay, but like, I'm not going to rip that away from my kid until like they're old enough to comprehend. Because here's the other thing too: is like,
You don't want to get making fun of,
Right.
like, for believing in Santa at like 10. you
but
know?
then here's the other.
18,
I also
it
don't want to do
sounds
this to my kid. Is that, so like, you know, we like financially, like, we do well. Like we're comfortable.
Let's go.
But there are obviously some people who get their kids crazy fucking gifts, and it's like, well, Santa brought this kid a Xbox, and he only brought me a fucking spaceship. Does Santa not like
Right.
me
How
as
do we
much as they like
reconcile that?
this asshole?
That's not a good-
And then you're
yeah,
like,
Thought
well,
about that. Santa doesn't like poor kids. That's tradition.
That's an easy way to deal with it.
It's
yeah,
across
just tell
the
them that.
board.
Like, you got a Jack Skellington, and he gets Santa.
Right.
Or you
Okay.
can just do the old, well, it sounds like you ended up on the purgatory
Right.
list. Like, you weren't great, but you weren't bad, so you got this. If you're really poor, then you're like, well, you're bad.
Right.
You were on the
Sounds
bad
like
list.
you need to start telling mom to sell some feet pics.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go.
Be better. Do better.
Do
my
better,
kids.
and then you'll get better
Exactly.
gifts.
Right,
That's
okay.
the
And you'll
America.
know that you're doing better because your gifts will cost more money.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. That's a really good solution.
That's
to not
Santa's
either like
motto.
financially wrecking me or emotionally wrecking my child.
How did you guys
Yeah, it's pretty
find out
sound.
that there was no, like,
Jew.
how Jewish
never
were you
was.
guys?
They're,
We
Growing up.
celebrated Christmas because my mom isn't Jewish.
But does that mean technically you're,
he's not a Jew.
like, technically?
Yeah.
Right.
Alright.
He's fronting.
But that
Give me
means
back
you
those
and me
di-
are the same.
Give me back those gems.
But do you remember how you found out that Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny, whoever it was, that you were like, wait, what? That's
Yeah,
not
I'm
a
out
real
of this
thing."
conversation because like
You
Those
guys
are
don't
all
know the
very
Easter
good.
Bunny?
what? No, Easter is still a fucking
Oh, the Jesus
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
my
Right.
bad.
He
So
came out of the
we
can.
The
we
reason
did
I have the
Hanukkah
Easter Bunny is because of you.
and we did Hanukkah, and growing up we did the Chinese food on Christmas thing, and there was never really like a Santa conversation until I was old enough.
Yeah.
And like I don't think I was like, who's this guy?
Right.
It was just we just never really did Christmas.
Yeah.
And then I got older and I'm like, well, I'm just a capitalist, babe.
Yeah.
So it's the presents are the fun part.
And it's fun.
I feel like you were the asshole that went around to kids at school and be like, "There's no Santa."
No, I wasn't. I
He's
was
like, I
in, 'cause,
didn't
like,
go to school.
I was. Yeah, I
still can't read.
I would go to the alleys and punch kids and be like, "There's no Santa, buy drugs."
I wish I had a friend like you.
Yeah.
You do.
You don't.
He's right here.
Yeah. You have a reformed
Aging.
friend. So I mean, I'm a dreamer. I love fucking stories and dreaming and kind of. So I was all in on.
I know you're
Santa
about to
and-
take your new dog on a Iditarod.
Exactly, totally. I was all in on that shit, and then I remember being at my grandma's, and I remember standing up and like full on peeking out the window and seeing my grandma and my aunt and my mom, Toys R Us, the big fucking just rolling through and being like,
You put two and two together.
like there was a bike or something. They're like, from Santa, and I was like, I think I know that there's no Santa, and it really sent me.
Broke your heart.
It did. I was bummed.
For how long?
Not that long, until I got my bike and I rode around.
Exactly. 'cause
Like technically Santa does exist, right? Like
Right,
the
it's
shit's
mom
still
and dad,
there.
yeah.
It's like
Yes, the
Santa.
idea of
yeah,
Santa.
It doesn't matter if
Right,
it's
it would be sad if Santa didn't exist and then there were no presents.
That would
you know,
be fucked up,
because he brings the presents. But once you realize someone else is bringing the presents, like Santa can go fuck himself.
Totally.
I'm still getting presents.
I think every kid should have like a fucking stupid Christmas, as dumb as you can make it. You know, like coming down and seeing a tree
what about
with the
birthdays?
presents.
Yeah.
Like it's so selfish and dumb, but like, nah, birthday, fuck a birthday. Like you can have some presents, but like Christmas just seems like the time that a kid should be like just full of wonderment and dreams and like
Well, the thing
surprise
is,
and magic and
there's a difference between that coming down and seeing all the presents under the tree, like that is good value, but the actual presents is probably crap.
Yeah.
Like the more presents they get, the less they care about each one because it's just overwhelming and they don't care about a shitty dartboard or whatever.
Right.
So I like to just wrap things from around the house. I like
that
to-
you're already.
Do
Yeah,
you
that-
wrap like an avocado?
And
Yeah.
he doesn't even.
And you wrap,
I wrap like a lamp.
yeah.
Yeah. And then it's also like a good joke because you get the whole display.
Right.
You know, nobody knows that it's all jokes in there.
Right.
And then it's funny when they open
They're
it.
also like, did you guys get robbed last night?
Nobody notices what's
Yeah.
missing,
Okay.
you know? So, and that just goes to show how little
there's-
you care
there's
about your
like-
own
Oh,
stuff.
I have a question. Does Sonny have a lot of just like shit, like toys?
Well, when we got back from Tahoe, we cleaned out his room. 7 garbage bags worth of shit.
Yeah, so we
my God.
before
Fucking
Christmas and before
stuffed
holidays,
animals,
we're
gone.
starting this where it's like, let's pick a bunch of toys to donate back to Santa so that he can like refurb and give them to
Kids who need it.
The kids
like
on the
a-
naughty list.
no, not kids on the naughty list,
The
but
poor
kid,
kids.
the poor kids who don't get the Xboxes
They get
to do that. So we wound up
Dreamcast.
like the day before. The day before Christmas is like we have bags and bags of toys where they get donated back to Santa.
That's really nice.
So then on the day of Christmas, now we get all this new
There's
shit.
room for his crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. What did
That's
you
really
guys do
nice.
with your 8 bags of shit?
Goodwill. Took him to Goodwill. Dropped him off.
I took some stuff to Goodwill once, and they were like, no thanks.
What?
But
Probably
they-
fucking smell like cigarettes.
Probably. I was like, okay.
You're like, I'm just gonna leave it here and then
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah.
And I left it in my car like a normal person.
Dude, when I was living in LA, this is just like you know those donate boxes around the city where you can
Yeah.
like, donate. I was living in Glendale and I was walking to go pick up food, and as I come back, I hear somebody knocking from the inside.
Oh shit.
How'd you even get in though?
You gotta open the thing, you get in the thing, and then you slide down, and if you go too far, you're fucked. Until,
Someone
like,
got themselves in
some
there?
kind- yeah, so I had to like call
Good for you.
non-emergency services, and then I left.
Would have been like, good luck.
Wait, you didn't wait for
go.
them to get there?
No, they're coming.
That's.
They're not. They're gonna
I'm
get
starting to think
cold.
He
He
pushed
jumped
him
in.
there.
Oh,
Pushed the person.
that's fucked up, Jeremy.
And then felt bad. He's like, I can't kill this person. Hey,
Come
somebody
save
fell in the
him. I made a
thing.
mistake.
He had air and clothes.
You're like, I threw a muffin down there.
He just the only thing he didn't have in there,
Literally
and
just
I don't
a bag
know,
of
was
clothes
like
that I
food.
put in there.
He
Yeah,
had
like,
old
hey.
toys.
By the way, like nobody's hurt. I don't think. There's a guy stuck in this donation box at the corner of this street.
Like, I'm pretty sure nobody's donating.
My
him.
food is getting cold. I'm
I gotta
out.
go.
Like I'm just doing my due diligence here, but like I'm sure he's warm.
You can find out when you get here.
Yeah.
You're a hero.
Listen, I walked by it the next day and I didn't hear anything inside.
So he's fine.
Because
Or dead.
It's Schrodinger's
It didn't. I mean, it
cat.
didn't smell.
No, at this
Yeah,
point,
it was
it's
fine.
Schrodinger's
Yeah,
cat.
Schrodinger's donation box.
Right.
Schrodinger's human.
Yeah.
Great.
I
That dude
think you're a
could still
hero.
be
It was a
sitting
good
in
deed.
there
Yeah,
voting.
sure.
They're pulling clothes out and they're like, ooh, this is a stinky batch.
Yeah.
Have you ever saved a life?
Have I ever saved a life?
Yeah, like Jeremy.
Well, so Maybe. We're at Emerald Lake, which is
who's we?
me and a lady friend.
Take it easy, Natalie. It's fine.
Put the Glock away.
It's like a little creek. It could be like a little natural water slide, right? I wouldn't fucking do it because at the end is just fucking jagged rocks that come out of the deal. Like it's pretty sketchy, right? B and I are having lunch. There's like a rock out in the lake and the mom is sitting on the rock. Dad is up the hill with the kids and the boy and the girl are jumping across the creek.
So you just told him to stop.
No, you're saying I gotta see how this goes.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's mom, that's dad. These are not my fucking responsibility.
Right.
Meanwhile, turns out it was. So they're fucking jumping. 5 minutes goes by and you just hear,
Oh, God.
and mom's like, Dave, or whatever dad's name is.
Fucking Dave.
Just shitting himself.
He literally shat himself?
No, but probably.
Okay, yeah.
The girl is just
Going down the
on
mossy
this.
slide.
Yeah, your face is going to be stuck
smashed.
on that. I jumped up like a fucking superhero and was like, stick your arm out, I got you. And
Good for
swooped it like a
you.
movie. It was so
Good
sick.
for you.
I'm agnostic right now, but like, there's been times in my life where
Let's
you
get
just
into
kind
that.
of sit on the curb and you're like, do I need to reevaluate? Like, is there?
God put you there.
No,
thought
God
this-
made the girl drown so that he could
To
have
tell
the
this
hero
story.
complex.
Listen,
Yeah, so we could do
her.
this podcast.
So he-
Right. Scoop her
Right.
up. I slip on a piece of moss.
and God
I'm-
caught you.
I was into rock climbing at the time. I fucking
chalk on.
Yeah, it would have been like just, if you were doing a movie, it would be like you'd get the slow mo close up of just 3 fingers and the kid, right? And I'm like, oh, you're right, and she wants to go to mom.
You're like, you're my daughter now.
Yeah, saved her life, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not really into like fame and stuff, so I'm like, gather my things and go up the way, because now my pants are kind of wet too, so I'm like, fucking my pants are wet.
I wasn't planning
Where-
on this.
This is where God comes in. So I have a pack of cigarettes.
They were dry.
They weren't. But the 3 fucking joints that were in there.
Oh, that was
All right, yeah.
So you were still.
I knew what's up. I know what's up.
Hallelujah. And I was like, oh my God, my cigarettes are wet. But like 2 of them weren't, and the joints were dry. So I
Okay.
was like, my God.
So you could smoke a joint and then smoke a
and
cigarette
then have
and get
a cig-
10%
Right,
higher.
eventually.
Like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is so you.
You're the man, God.
What's up?
You're-
I
Thank
can save
you.
that girl.
Do
She's
you
like, I
stop.
got the joints, you get the girl. This is how it works, my
Right.
guy. Footprints in the sand. Davy's like, bro, you saved our daughter's life.
Here's a
bud."
pack of cigarettes.
Ah.
Worse. He's like, where are you guys from? This was the best part too, because like they were country bumpkins, and we're like, we're from Los Angeles. And it was a time when people were like,
City boy.
fucking LA, they hate LA, they still do. But
saved
to
my
be-
daughter.
Yeah, like, you can totally feel like he was
conflicted.
like, you fucking hippie son of a bitch. And
Can
he's
I
like,
get
what
you a
can we do?
latte?
Yeah, totally.
I got
green
almond
juice.
milk.
You want a green juice, you fucking moron. He's like, can we do anything? I'm like, bro, listen, it's fine. You know, humble superhero
Yeah.
like I am. But right there, he's like, I can give you $50.
And you're like, deal.
And even
But
the
maybe
little
that's all
girl
he
was
had.
like,
But
$50
maybe that's all he
bucks.
had.
But that's all she's worth.
I think
But
it was
if you
more
have
that.
100 and you offer 50, then the daughter can
Here's
be
a hundred. You got
pissed.
change?
Yeah.
Save your $50, send it to the therapist.
You're
Girl's
gonna need it.
Gonna need that shit.
Have you saved her life?
Yeah, loser.
I
what up?
have. I
Yeah.
have.
Oh, look at us. Should we be called the Save the Life
No,
show?
mine was really.
Lifesavers.
I really.
Dude, I
I
love it.
I once gave the Heimlich to one of my friends
I
in a
always wanted to
Chili's
do
who was
the
choking
Heimlich.
on a chicken bone.
Good for you. Did it
And
come flying out?
It did, and they gave it. They were like,
They gave
"Thank
you-
you, please sign this, and here's a chocolate shake."
Okay.
What'd you have to sign?
Like, we're not going to sue them.
I wouldn't have signed that.
I know, but we were young. We were in college. And
Yeah,
they-
you just wanted to.
I wanted a
brownies.
chocolate
Whatever
shake.
Yeah,
the
the
shit,
chocolate
yeah, I
shake.
got it. If it was a Pizookie, I would have been like, yeah, 2
said
Pizookies
Chili's.
and this.
Deal.
I'll drop the suit right
It was a
now.
Chili's though. They don't do that.
Yeah, we got $50 BJ's for Christmas gift
Oh
card.
yeah. Oh okay.
Santa-
Okay.
Santa
Gift cards.
does
Gift cards.
exist.
Gift cards. Gift
Whatever.
cards.
Darren got us $50. Well, we got to choose, but we chose BJ's and took us to fucking Oklahoma Thunder
Oh,
basketball
choose
game.
BJ's.
And he was like, "We're going to the game tomorrow." And she's like, "You're taking us." Fucking 3rd row, right behind the visitors' bench, Minnesota Timberwolves. Like,
Sick.
dude, it was the sickest, best
sick,
seats
yeah.
I've ever been to in the basketball game. Natalie used to work for somebody who had some pretty sick Laker tickets, but they weren't this sick.
I don't
And it wasn't
know.
on the bench side; it was on the other side. Darren really is
talking about
number
Who
one.
did you save?
I don't even know who the fuck Darren is.
Natalie's
My
brother.
Oh.
I'm constantly fighting with for the #1 slot.
Oh.
And he only has it because he's a dude.
And
No,
she's out.
it's something else because
It's
I'm not. I'm clearly number 3 maybe, and they tell me. I saved Whitney's life. She was choking on a twin snake,
I used to-
and I gave her the Heimlich.
She was choking on
A twin snake?
Oh, you guys don't know twin snakes? Haribo gummies.
Oh, is that like where one side is sour and one side is
Run,
sweet, and they're like,
don't walk to get some.
right? But is that what it's like? Starts as one, and they go like
Yes,
this, and then
yes,
one sour,
yes,
one sweet.
yes.
Yeah, my kid's got one of those.
They're dangerous.
Yeah, apparently. For adults.
Actually, I think we were just watching TV and I made her laugh. So first I I killed her and then I saved her.
Dude.
But she was choking, and we had taken a CPR class when Sonny was born, and like,
Dude, that's so cool.
if you're coughing, you're not choking, but if you're like if there's no air, then you're choking. So I Heimliched her right away.
Dude. Listen, I don't really want to, but
I'm not done. I saved another life. I'm sorry. A couple months ago,
you guys got 2?
Timmy's hero. I have a few, and I've been saved
few?
a couple times.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Like your kids don't count. Like if your kids
No,
are 10,
no,
you're like,
no.
oh, I've been one of these.
No,
and
no,
like,
this is a different kid.
Yeah.
okay.
We were at a hotel pool, and it was us and another family. There's a lot of kids around, and it was like it was a small pool, and then there was a small cold plunge. It was like 3 different pools or whatever. And this family from Nebraska showed up, and they had like 10 kids, and they had just driven like 12 hours to get there.
But that's too many.
Too many. And they were like exhausted. And there's all these kids running around, and like a bunch of people got up to go do the cold plunge, and like this one random 2-year-old just like stayed.
He was like, I'm gonna kick it.
He
In
just
the
was
cold
hanging out
plunge.
with me in the regular pool.
Joe
He's
Rogan, 2 years old.
Ran a pool. He's like, let me get a daiquiri.
So we're just sitting there, and the mom's right there, but she's like kind of out of it, and the kid just starts walking down the stairs and like gets fully submerged, and he's just like looking up at me like, I don't know how to swim, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna
Too
die.
bad for you.
And I'm like, I don't want to touch this kid. Like, I mean, like I don't know
You're
who
like-
he is. Where
Like,
he's
but
been.
it's so fucked up because it's like in the moment you need to grab that kid, but all the parent is gonna see is the after of some guy grabbing their kid,
I
and
mean,
like,
it was like all split-second thoughts.
Yeah.
But as soon as I was like, fuck, I just picked him up, saved his life, and then like he started crying, and like I wasn't like. I didn't want to step in and console him, but I was like, can you like snap to it, Mom, and like go.
Was she like on the sauce?
No, she was just like this, like so tired, and then she started crying. She's like, oh my God, is that my kid? Like, I thought it was your kid.
Besides like a 10-hour drive, like 10 kids.
10 kids are
fucking,
gonna
they'll
knock
fuck
you
you
out.
up.
And they didn't offer me anything.
Not even $50?
Not even a fucking
That was probably
Pizookie.
kid number 10.
Yeah,
They were like, dude, we've been trying to get rid of
were
him for
trying to
fucking
ignore
years.
him.
Yeah.
What did you do?
But I saved her. She would have died.
Saved your kid. Exactly.
What did you do?
I was also saved as a kid in the ocean. I was swimming with a friend. We were like 10. I got caught in the undertow.
Yeah.
And I was like, Steve, I'm drowning. He was like, see ya. And then I was like, what the fuck? And like I started,
Get up your boob box.
I like started going under. And then like I waved and the lifeguard came out and he saved me. And I was like so embarrassed. I was like, I gotta go get a frozen Snickers. Bye. And like ran away.
We had a trip to the beach in my 5th grade class, and like, I didn't swim without a shirt on, and so I had my big old shirt on. I get in the ocean, fucking rip current.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, lifeguard is pulling me out.
Yeah.
My whole 5th grade class is looking at me. I'm like,
God, it's so embarrassing.
so I gotta switch schools now.
But there was no one there to save me. I had to save myself.
So then you didn't die.
No.
You just swam.
Did you do the thing, you know, in a rip current, you're supposed to swim parallel?
Swim sideways, yeah. But it was.
I just struggled.
You don't know these things, especially.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
I grew up at the
Pre-internet.
beach, so I knew that.
You're a big beach
Like all your
guy.
kids. Well, also like
That's
your
teaching your
friends
kids
are
that
junior
type of like
lifeguards
those little
and shit
things of like
that, yeah.
these
You
are like
surf
these are
and-
don't fuck with you situations.
Noted. I'm
Yeah.
gonna teach Sonny that tonight.
I can't believe we all saved many lives.
I can believe it.
I wonder how many
I've been saved a few times.
you have.
Yeah.
What other
Have you not?
times?
Like from Laguna Beach down to like Dana Point.
Mm-hmm.
You can go from beach and like rock climbing and beach rock climbing. There's some couple coves that are just like U-shaped coves where the tide comes in, it goes out, and it's really fucked up. And like you jump in on one side and there's a rope on the other side, you get to it. We jumped in on one side, it was like me and 2 of my friends. We'd swim across, and as the current's going in and going out, going in and going out, and then I reach for the rope, I start climbing up, and my 2 other buddies are already on the top of it. I fall back in, get underneath the rocks, like I'm tumbling and tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. And as I'm like trying to grab the rope, my buddy just, all I feel is like the hand of God grab my hand and like rip me up,
my God.
up onto the rope. And then we get pulled up. So I was like,
And your buddy's on the top of the cliff, nowhere
I
near
was
you.
like, what the fuck was that?
Are you still friends with that guy today?
Yeah.
You should call him.
I live right next to him.
You should call him.
I live next to him. I see him all the
Just give him a call.
time.
Be like, thanks, man.
I will.
Do you ever thank him?
Yeah.
You owe him everything.
Yeah.
There's a little hesitant on that.
I think
yeah.
it would be better to get saved by someone you don't know, and then you don't have to constantly be like,
Like I did?
Yeah.
Not your husband or whatever stupid thing you guys
Oh,
do.
right. Whitney owes me.
Yeah.
She does.
But does she?
Her
Because
whole
like, it's your
life.
job to take care of each other. So
Well,
like,
no.
fair,
I mean,
fair,
like, if she
fair.
has like a life insurance policy, it would have been fine. But the Dateline episode, it would have been really.
yeah, you could have
really
cashed in on that.
She lit up a room, and he
could've had
always
our
had a
own
little
right,
edge.
right.
Right.
Studio.
We hadn't filed the papers yet.
Right.
So I was like, better save her.
Well, keep her on those twin snakes. It'll be fine. One time I went to Big Bear. We used to go, when I worked on Roseanne's talk show, there was a big group of us. We would rent a cabin in Big Bear every year.
You are old. I forgot she had a talk show.
But
She's
we
still
would
alive?
rent, of course, she just did a comedy special on Fox.
Makes sense.
So we would go rent a cabin in Big Bear on the lake. It was the best thing ever. All of that saved my life, saved our lives.
What's her name? All of that?
All of that.
It did sound like all of that.
I mean, she is all of that. She's a humble superhero like myself, so she doesn't take credit for it. So we'd get the house and we'd rent a little John boat.
A John boat?
Like your most basic metal boat that you just plop an outboard on, and there's
Right.
the 2 benches, and that's it.
Sure.
You're just-
Okay.
Anyway, so
Let's
we'd
get to the
one
bottom
of
of
these.
this.
Yeah, and we would go fishing all the time. And so one night, me and Ryan and my friend Justin, Hoosty,
Shout out Justin.
I think Jen Heitler maybe.
Who gives a fuck what their names were?
So it was like 11 o'clock at night. We were fucking
This is the
wasted.
memory test, bro. Like
Yeah.
you're
You are
gotta
not
make
old,
sure-
dude. You are fucking Prevagen City. Like, you can remember all this shit.
We were so wasted.
What is on the inside of your hat?
What do you mean?
In here.
That's a thumb holder.
What?
Honestly, that's what I think it is.
been
This
looking at
company
that
makes
thing for
this company
2
makes
hours.
fucking hats. And I think you're supposed to put your thumb in there if your
So you
hat
can
gets
put it
wet.
on easily?
So like you could grab it and do the whole thing. I don't fucking.
I don't know what that means. It's supposed to be waterproof. These hats are like $180 million. My friend
So
Jason bought it
no,
for us.
yeah, they're expensive. So okay,
we go
you're
out.
on a you're
we're
on a John
super
boat.
fucking wasted.
You're on a
it's
John
like
boat with
11:30
Justin.
at night. Me and Joe were like, dude, we should take the boat out and go fishing, night fishing, right?
Yeah.
Because we had some glow-in-the-dark lures, and we'd never caught any fish. It was so whatever. And we're like, yeah, let's go. So we took a fucking bongo drum, a guitar, fishing poles,
Because
and a
what-
fucking bottle of tequila.
and the dry joints, right?
Yeah, definitely some weed. And we're like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's go. We get out on the boat. It's in Big Bear, and it's pitch black. We don't know where the fuck anything is.
Good thing you had those glow in the dark lures.
Bro, we go fish for like 10 minutes. We're like, this isn't working. Let's do a jam session. We turn the motor off and we're floating around the lake. And then like an hour and a half later, we're like,
Where are we?
we don't know where we are. Everyone's lights are off, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know. Usually it's like,
no
oh, that's
reference.
we're donezo. And they're like, oh, well, we'll jam some more. So now people are like,
That'll
shut
help.
the fuck up, you fucking assholes, get off the fucking lake.
You're like, sorry, but what are your coordinates?
Yeah, totally. And so we used to steal we would borrow walkies from the Roseanne talk. We would take them, right?
Yeah, you borrow the
So we'd
walkies.
leave them in the kitchen, one on the dock, one in the we'd be like, hey man, bring me a beer from the deal.
Classic.
And we would always leave one in the boat. But it's now 2 in the morning. Like everyone's
sleeping.
And we're screaming for someone to pick up the walkie for 20 or 30 minutes and fucking go for all of it. We're like, all of it. She's like, what the fuck? Where are you guys? We don't know where we are. She's
on
like,
the lights.
We're
Shine
like,
the
we
bat
have
signal.
a flashlight. We're gonna put it at the bow of the boat, and can you go out and just guide us home? And she's just like, you guys are so fucking dumb. And so we did. Ryan, who's the drunkest out of all of us, we're like, take the flashlight, put it at the fucking right here.
He like tilts it.
Yeah, and he did. He had it the wrong way. And she's like, all right, I got you. Keep coming. Da, da, da. We crash into someone's dock because the light's going this way, and
Right.
she's telling us to go a certain way. We finally make it back to the dock.
And you didn't even have a fish to bring back.
We had no fish to bring back. And then we were just slobbery drunk all over her. If I was to see all of that next week, the first thing would be like, oh my God, you saved our life.
No. She didn't. I don't
You
think.
don't know.
No.
You don't know.
But it's like we had really like clear life-saving stories. Yours is a little bit.
I was on a boat with a
ambiguous.
guitar,
Yeah.
some joints, and
Good
alcohol.
story. Fun.
but you guys don't know
it was
what
fun.
could have
It was
happened.
fun.
Yeah.
But I think you would have been, oh, okay. You just stay on the boat until the fucking sun
That's
comes
what I
up.
think. Yeah, he's got a point. If the sun came up, you'd
Listen.
still be on a boat.
Yeah.
Unless something happened
It's a
before
lake.
the sun
Well,
came
I
up.
mean,
What's-
that's like
okay, wait,
saying
no.
you just saved my life unless a
What, Timmy,
monster
Timmy,
killed
Timmy,
me.
Timmy, wait.
Whoa, we're
What
getting a
if?
little sleepy.
Let's hear
Somebody
what if.
does one, and then someone falls in the water.
And then if you picked them up, that would have been a life-saving
well,
story.
then what if we were all
Right.
sleeping past, and then they just
Tell us in the comments.
and then
Call to action. So,
At
these
least
are some
you guys
YouTube
heard of
tips
at least-
from an expert.
No, I mean he's got a point. You
Loch
guys were
Ness monster.
in a Big Bear Lake.
There's a dam.
There
You
was
don't-
potential for danger, but
Exactly.
but
There's
that
potential
would
for
have been like
death.
if you had gone up to the little girl whose life you did save and been like, hey, don't jump around here. You didn't save her life.
Yeah, you like precogged it,
Yeah,
right? Minority
yeah,
Report type
right.
of thing.
You minority reported it.
Or did all of that.
You know,
Either way, it is a good story.
Yeah,
I
you
haven't
told
been
me
And
the
I
same
was
story.
going to. I was hoping that your jam session would have at least attracted a fish.
Funny story about the fish. Justin and I,
never caught one?
we grew up fishing, so it's like we're not like pro, but like we fish. We know how to fish. We catch fish. We know where to go to find fish. He's from Texas.
I don't get it. Fishing is...
We never caught a fish. Fucking Jen Heitler comes with her lesbian girlfriend one day, and they fucking show up.
Jen Heitler comes with her girlfriend. Justin, John, Travis, and Bobby were all on the boat with the bongos. And then Jen and her lesbian girlfriend came down.
Amy.
And you still never got to the point where the lesbian part even matters.
Because she just...
But why... But
Because
like
she caught the fish.
intrinsically,
No, I
She
don't
knows.
understand what you're talking about.
intrinsically,
Not-
are
He
you
knows
saying that
exactly what
lesbians
I'm
are better
saying.
fishermen people
No,
than
I'm saying
you?
that when you spend 2 years trying to catch a
Thanks
fish,
for having me.
You still shouldn't.
fucking lesbians. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
You learned a lot today.
I
you
did.
know?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Don't be a dick.
I learned that I never needed life saving.
Use
Just save
the
more
dog,
people.
right?
You've never had
Pupple
your...
nuts. Who saved who?
Pupple nuts?
I don't know what the fuck you call
Yeah,
this dog.
that's
Pupperdoodle. Fuck, dude, show some respect.
You've never had your life saved.
I don't know.
Maybe Natalie saved you. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
probably.
definitely, that's true. Are these prayer beads? Were you praying earlier?
No, actually, I saw them and I liked them and I got them. That's it.
Are these Allbirds? Yardbirds?
No, these are Flux. I was sucked into the algorithm. I needed a new pair of shoes and I bought them.
How do you feel about them?
Love them, actually.
They're kind of nice.
Machine washable.
Hashtag free ad.
I saw the ad. They look great. They feel great. I'd love another pair. And then I got a bracelet with my kids' names on it.
Yeah, no one cares
Also,
about
in the
that.
algorithm, saw it. I liked it. My wife got it for me.
You're all about the algo.
It knows what I want before I want it.
Dude, I'll tell you what, the fastest algorithm I've seen is Facebook. I watch one fight video.
Facebook, huh?
I-
That's pretty old.
Listen, I didn't have Instagram, I didn't have any of these things, and then we started this, and now...
Now you're...
On Facebook still.
Right.
I don't get on Facebook, I like do Instagram, I'll check our
Come full
YouTube
circle.
stuff. There's something about fight videos that I really enjoy. Listen, we all have our little weird
You're
things that we
experiencing
like.
the internet in like 2004.
I don't like it all the time, just once in a while.
Oh, that's cool.
Calms me down.
Watching other people fight each other calms you down?
No, it doesn't. I just like it.
Where'd you get that hat? Your
Because I
buddy bought that
like
hat?
I got Jason Badyoung. We did the
You don't, okay, I don't need the
'Cause he's
fucking
not-
names. Like,
So,
I don't need
back
full
in-
names. Like, you.
back-
Okay.
oh,
Here's
on
a
X
generation. Timmy,
Factor.
hey, Timmy, hold on.
So 13 years
no,
ago.
here's a generational thing. Like, when I'm talking to like older people who are older than me, I'm not gonna say old people because I'm not that young and I'm not that old. I'm somewhere in the middle of like this. I could die tomorrow, but also like I've lived a great life. But like older people use when they're telling a story, they always use like these full names of
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
who was even remotely involved. And like, oh, John Benningcamp on the other side of the street was watching me and like, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't
This
even
is-
know who these people are. I don't have a.
I can tell you what.
I don't know what they look like. I
can tell you
so
what.
you're not painting me a picture. You're just saying a fucking.
Because
name.
once you hit a certain age,
all you got is people.
no, you've met more than one John.
Yeah, but I
So there's
have
John
not met
Smith,
your
there's
fucking
John
John.
Betancourt, and there's John Robinowski.
But I don't know who your John
If I'm
is.
like,
I
I
like
like
to
to
think
with
that-
John, you'd be like, Robinowski
That
or
Mike
Betancourt?
is setting us up for
Neither
future
Smith.
stories.
Who's John
Where
Smith?
we'll need to know
How-
every John that he's ever known.
Right, but I'm not
Like
keeping
he's
track.
painting a rich tapestry of his
Okay.
world, and we need to know. But he doesn't know that we're sitting here being like, when is the story going to end?
Or like, where's the
And-
meat, right? Like,
He knows, and then he's like, oh, these guys are waiting for the story to end? Well, fuck them, because they're going to get the middle names now.
Yeah.
right. And then also the adjective, and she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
With a girlfriend.
and
Right.
it was totally...
Not needed. But if you're gonna tell me John, just give me like one or two descriptors about what he looks like.
You're lucky I didn't tell you why we call Justin Branch Hoosty. I can tell you that right now.
No, don't care.
You would if you knew.
But you got a hat.
You got
I
it.
was wondering
I
if it was the
gotta
algorithm.
go.
That's the thing.
Are you telling us that who you have to meet?
No, but if you wanted me to go into endless detail about their names,
Jeremy
and
would like to
lives.
know first and
Sam
last.
Pluchard,
birthday.
from France, lives in LA.
Oh, oui, oui.
That is how you would say yes, yes.
Oui, oui.
In France.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Very good.
Yeah.
That's from the
You didn't
song.
say oui, oui, though.
I know. I don't want to sleep with you.
Did you guys see the big bug there? Pretty cool.
It's a beetle.
That's not cool.
Dude, he's so happy, though. He's like, this is the best spot
Oh
ever.
wow. Nature.
We got it all here.
Love it.
All
Well,
right,
thank
it's
you
been,
guys for watching.
You're gonna love John.
Betancourt or Smith?
Yes.
You guys don't know Justin. You would
We don't know
fucking-
any of these
I don't
people.
know.
You
You've
would
mentioned. I
love
don't.
to know him.
You listen. The only person who I might know, which I definitely don't, but I would like to, Olivet.
She sounds
all of
fun.
it.
She sounds like a good
Yeah, I
time.
didn't know she
All
had an
of that.
accent until she
She did.
Until she
picked
went
up
over
on
the walkie.
Yeah.
You know what? She doesn't.
You
Just-
added that?
I
Well, it was a great ad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then Hoosty, that's Justin.
Wrap it up.
We're looking to you to wrap it up.
I'm having too much
I know, it's nice.
You really turned it around because when we got here, you were in a bad mood.
It happens all the time. I think we've come up with 2 possible names: Humble Superhero
Lifesavers.
and Lifesavers.
Yeah.
The second one is trademarked by a candy company.
I'm cutting.
Listen, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. Which camera's on me? Hey, if you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Now to 5 Studio.
Yeah!
Ciao for now. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it.
Oh, I'm attached.
Yeah, you're attached.
That was fun, guys.
What are you going to call this?